Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and admittedly, I have not been putting as much time into practicing Wizard of Legend 2 as I probably should, especially after that last really embarrassing run. I've mostly been playing Night Rain, actually, and even though I would actually kind of like to be recording more Night Rain, the fact of the matter is there's enough people out there recording Night Rain and not enough people recording Wizard of Legend 2. And don't think that that's an excuse or anything. I'll continue doing Night Rain content if it's found to be something that at least someone enjoys. But this has been my channel's bread and butter, is at least the original Wizard of Legend. So certainly nothing that I'm going to... Sorry, making sure that my phone's alarm doesn't go off while I'm doing my business here. Okay. But yeah, this... And I don't want you guys to get it twisted. I do like this game.
Arcana is...
Okay, so... Last run didn't exactly fill me with confidence. You know what? Let's try Electrobind.
Getting custody of Azul, our talented Arcana trader, has been a huge responsibility. Wouldn't change it for the world, though.
Alright, so... Electrobind. Cool. How exactly does that work? It's got a long-ass cooldown, I just noticed that. Alright, I think I've got it figured out, so let's set up the rest of my loadout here. Alright, so I wanted to try out this Seismic Quake for my signature. I think we're going to go with the bow. And then here... Let me see how Flame Strike works in this game. Alright, so kind of like it does in the first game. Alright, cool. How does everything count? Dash, basic melee, signature projectile, standard melee. So I think we just want to go with just a general damage up. Alright, and with that in tow, let's see how badly we get our asses kicked. I don't mean to sound pessimistic, but god, that last run was awful. Alright, well, Flame Strike is definitely doing what I want it to do. I don't know how I feel about Seismic Quake. Money. Okay, cool. So when you use it pretty close to your target, and of course the bow is pretty great, as we had already surmised. I don't know how I feel about Electrobind, though. Okay, it's just not doing anything. I mean, maybe that's a me problem. Alright, so how does this work? Now that they're electro-bound, what happens? Yeah, I don't know what happens when the enemies get electro-bound. Slows undamaged enemies. Revenge. We'll take that. And one thing I am liking about this seismic step is that it does make you more or less invulnerable while you're jumping up. It's like the old jump arcana. That I can get next to. Flame Strike is just as good as it ever was. It just seems to affect more of an area around you, which, again, all for. Oh, what does that do? Are they, like, taking damage? Like, I don't understand what that's doing.
Thanks for clearing up my little rat infestation.
Rat in quotation marks. And its cooldown. I don't know how I feel about any of these. Like, obviously, the double-edged cestus is pretty good, even though it decreases damage from my other sources, and the damage from my other sources is not insubstantial. Maybe what I do is I go ahead and take the hit to my max HP to have a Skella buddy.
Accurate? I hope you know what you're doing with that cursed relic.
No clue whatsoever. Not even gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm doing with this thing. But, okay, so far so good. We'll make it work. 282 gold. Let's see what
I'm
you
from a
have.
long line of chromomancers. I started learning to craft arcana when I was in diapers.
That's really, really early. Like, why, though? So, perform a melee attack with the ice spear. That I guess I could work. This would replace my current signature with Frost Scimitar. Okay, so I think, considering what I've got going on for me, I'm gonna try that out.
Seems great. When she's nearby, I can't stop shivering.
Interesting. Alright. Now, I know that this one's already enhanced, so it doesn't start off doing that, but... Oh, wow. That actually does a nice chunk of damage. Hold on, do I have something I can shoot this at? Yes, I can shoot it at you. Hey, how long does this stick around? That long, okay.
Let's see if you've got more than just...
Clear enemies in 20 seconds, huh?
Well, well. The wind favors you today. Enjoy the spoils.
Thank you, strange Scottish man. Owie. Alright, my little bone buddy is still doing okay. Owie. Get in that pit. Alright, end of the level. But we're not done yet. Let's keep looking around. You guys know me, I like to fully explore the areas that I'm that I'm in, so plus 10% damage on something that's already a heavy damage dealer? I like it. It's either that or I take the critical chance on Seismic Quake, and I think right now I'm more into Flame Strike. Makes me wonder if I shouldn't have taken the double-edged Cestus. That was silly. Why did I do that? I was trying to do that. And then my brain was like, yeah, but jumping up on rocky steps is fun. Which, no doubt, yeah, it is fun, but it also has to be at least a little bit effective. Alright, let's see what this douche canoe has for sale.
Let's make a sale. Your future self will thank you.
Alright, that's okay. Do I have a standard Lightning Arcana? I do have use for the Stone Mace. I might go with that. Then again... No, it's... Actually, I can afford both.
Remember, you can carry more than a single relic. So if you like more than one, don't hold yourself back.
Asher, please don't be a dick. Oh my god, the Fire Lady! I have not seen her yet.
I'm pretty sure Earth can't form without a little heat. You sure you can handle this?
I'll handle it as much as I can. Alright, so she's... Right now she's got the spiral of dragon arcs. Oh, hello. Alright, this is a much easier... Oh, Jesus. Okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. Alright. So actually, she's got a really easy ultimate, but she's got some huge coverage on her regulars.
I was going to send you back with some dragon scales for Nazardin. He's been really accommodating to me and my beasts. He deserves some thanks.
Okay, don't know how to feel about that, but thank you, Pyra. Alright, I think so far she's my favorite one. Okay, I think we go with that. 'Cause that'll make my seismic step a bit more useful. It's seismic strike. Now when I land, I roll a boulder at people. Oh, that's actually really nice. It just kind of has a continual effect at this point. Why, thank you, Skeledog. Very nice. Have to say bye-bye to Skeledog, though. Plus 40% critical damage. Yes, please. Okay, so if Electrobind is working the way that I think it is, then it's going to be really effective in rooms where there's a bunch of enemies so they can all trip over those electro wires. Alright. I like Orbital Nova. I will go ahead and increase the critical damage on that. And no, I know I don't have to detonate them right away, but it is one of my biggest damage sources. What have we over here? It's Hasher again. Alright, well I only have 157 gold, so let's not jump all over that right now. Oh, that was awful. Beautifully done. So right now, my opinion of things from the first game is still my opinion of things from the second game, which is it's always helpful to have some form of range damage, even if you are running a melee build, because sometimes you just can't get in to get melee damage done, especially as soon as you hit biomes where you have enemies that have more crowd control tactics. Oh, hello, Esme. I think I want her to add something onto my arrows.
When it comes to one's journey, sometimes we find ourselves coloring outside the lines.
She's not wrong. Undamaged enemies, afflicted enemies, increases critical chance.
Your arcana should complement each other, like how yellow brings out the best of purple.
Them be some Minnesota Vikings colors. Well, I've got to say, Electrobind seems to be the most useless thing I've used in a while. I hope it starts to shine in the desert, but at the moment I'm kind of not holding out a lot of hope for that one. But I can always hope I'm wrong. Yeah, get in that pit, you stinker. Alright, let's not bother buying a relic from Hasher. Let's just take on the gnome and the troll. Is it Akram and Bahadur? Is that it? Do I finally have their names right? I got it! Oh, that only did an ass load of damage. Ugh. That was a way better fight than last time. Like, holy crap. Why can't I just do that every time? Flame breath! Okay. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to change my ultimate. No, I like the arrows. Hello, spirits. Alright, and because we actually did really well there, let's go ahead and increase our max HP and see if this continues through the desert. Alright, so far so good. One thing I've noticed about Skeledoggy is that he does not have a lot of health, so really difficult to get things going with him. Owie. Even more critical damage. Ooh, I like. Let's make these arrows the shining point of my build. Hello again, Hasher. I might be back. I actually have more cash this time. I know that's the only thing you care about. You fucking crony capitalist. See, he could just be Anders, just a good-hearted collector, just looking to share his collection. But no, he's got to be a greedy capitalist sort, who doesn't understand his artistic ex-wife. You know, someone who sees more in the world than just coin. Okay, Mistral Arrow might just be the best ultimate in the game. Wait, what blew up on me? Someone's terrible. Hitting enemies with a standard melee arcana heals you. Alright, well, since hold on, all of my standards are melee, right? Melee. That's projectile. Okay, so that gives me more incentive to use Seismic Strike. I see you over there. Hold on. Taffy, come over here. I want to test this. Ooh, what is this? That's not great. And I don't think you can sell Arcana in this game. Didn't I just fight you? Ow. Christ, that does a lot of damage. Alright, how's my health looking? I'm down by about 90... I'm by about 99, so let's go ahead and grab those health orbs. Hello again, Farron.
I've heard Sergique is running some sort of tournament? I wonder if I can spectate.
Honestly, I think she should just participate. I bet she's got what it takes. At least I think so. Okay, so here's the thing. This will synergize nicely with the Holy Sword, so I see no reason not to take it.
Practicing Arcana the other day, all alone. Her dedication is honestly inspiring.
Alright. Oh, that's my Skella doggy. What am I doing? I have accidentally brought harm to man's best undead friend. Man's bone friend, if you will. Oh, that was silly. That's right, they shoot projectiles. Alright, who needs to get shot? Do you need to get shot? You seem like the sort that needs to get shot. Oh my god! I really need a new chair. I cannot move in my chair without it falling back on me. This is getting really uncomfortable. Not to mention, probably dangerous. Hello, Spiky Bottom. There's still another target. Right, the trap against the wall there was the worst part of that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do it earlier. Alright, who is the Elemental Lord? Anahita. I know you're gonna swing your sword faster. That's all I know. Her patterns I more or less know, but I just don't want to get overconfident. Okay, that was not fair. Of course, I get the break, but I can't do anything with it. Alright, that was a terrible fight. Took way too much damage there.
When I was young and arrogant, Master Syrax humbled me. When I grew stronger, he praised me for not losing faith in my dreams. I hope you show him what you just showed me.
I have no idea who Surax is, but I will do my best. Alright, so that just does more damage. Alright, I like the idea of crowd control. Alright, well, we're now down to 52 health thanks to a particularly poor Anahita fight. No. I say no to you! Oh, take these rocks and they will blow up in your butt! Don't you mean on my butt? I know what I said. God, I suck. And once again, that's the doggo and not the enemy. Okay, really need a lot of health. Anahita, these enemies that crowd control with essentially the electric DVD logo. Like, there's just... like, the desert really ramps things up. Hey, please have health orbs. God, I love that arrow. That bow is so good. Sure. But what damage boost am I receiving from other... well, I mean that's kind of the obvious one. Perfect. Exactly how that was supposed to go. What the hell?
If you failed this run, consider talking to me at the Trials Mansion.
God, I still suck at this game. And yes, that was my fault for choosing Flame Strike there, or at least choosing to charge it. I probably should have waited for the enemy to attack before going on an offensive of my own. Okay, so this run is definitely better, but make no mistake, I still suck. The obvious question is, okay, but for how long will you continue to suck?
Mass production of relics will allow anyone, not just powerful wizards, to fly.
You might be right about that, but hey, can we just worry about... that's kind of cool. Making it so that there's a decent synergy between air and earth. I do like that. So we'll buy that. And we'll buy the Tesla coil.
I inspect everything Relic Merchant Hasher sells. How else can I ascertain their quality?
Oh, knowing that man, he will do his best to sell you just a plastic toy dagger and make you think that it's like the Black Knife. That is what Hasher does.
There's only so much you can learn from books. Eventually, you have to learn by doing. As you can see from the books inside, Madame Mulan disagrees with me.
No, actually, I'm with him. Sometimes you just have to learn by doing. Okay, Frost Feint is one of my favorite arcana from the original game, and I'm
I've run into
hoping...
Thunderrace Voltran in one of the healing rooms before. He told me even elemental masters need time to recharge. Taking breaks is important.
This man just dropped 2 life lessons in 2 pieces of dialogue, so... Yeah, just remember, it's okay to take breaks, and no matter how much book learning you do, eventually you have to put that knowledge into practice. And that is actually a pretty poignant point to end off on. So I will do my best to continue practicing this game when, Night Rain doesn't have its claws wrapped tightly around my spinal column. But at least I can reliably make it to the desert when I'm not, completely dead tired. So, not bad, and I am definitely learning which spells I like and which ones I don't. That Electrobind spell, that's a don't. Mistral Arrows, that's a do. And that is my lesson for today, so thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you coming and spending your free time here with me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care.